Aloha. This is Trinidad, the Islandman, your Islandman, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best TV show reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And for those of you who might have seen for the minute or two that it was up, the movie or the TV show I'm talking about is Wonder Man. And I had my review up over there for maybe a minute, and then it was taken down by Disney because I put in the trailer or some, about a minute of the trailer for the series. And well, remember our rating scale: Shaka Thumbs Up, it's good to see, I recommend it. Shaka Thumbs Down, it's junk, I don't recommend it. And for Wonder Man, it is a Shaka Thumbs Up. Now this is 8 episodes, only a half an hour each, so it's very quick to run through. And this is probably the best Marvel television series that has been done since Daredevil Born Again, the first season. And there's only one season of Wonder Man, starring Yahya Abdul-Mateen II and Ben Kingsley, returning as Trevor Slattery. Yes, the Mandarin, aka the Mandarin, not seen since Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, aka Iron Man 2. And he returns back to Hollywood, haunted by his past as a terrorist, thanks to thanks to AIM, of course, who put him in that role, cast him as the Mandarin, named after a Chinese duck dish or something, as Tony Leung from Shang-Chi had mentioned, the true Mandarin, name not quite the same, but yes. That Trevin Slattery has come back to Hollywood, trying to again break back into Hollywood, being an actor, reestablish his career after his prison time. Unfortunately, having been broken out by the Ten Rings and the true Mandarin, he never finished his sentence, and thus Damage Control of Marvel comes in. Damage Control is basically the organization not since seen or mentioned seriously since, I want to say Homecoming of Spider-Man, Spider-Man Homecoming, I think, where they kind of disrupt the Vulture's salvage business, if you can remember that. So yeah, some deep cuts in here from Spider-Man, from Iron Man 2 with Slattery, and newcomer is Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, best known for his role as Black Manta in the Aquaman movies 1 and 2. I had first seen him on the on the Get Down on Netflix, being the villain, and he is an exquisite actor. And he does his special magic in this as well, and teamed up with Ben Kingsley, Academy Award-winning, knighted Sir Ben Kingsley. This whole series, 8 episodes, is exquisite as it explores his friendship. Trevor Slattery and Simon Williams, both in Hollywood, trying to, Slattery trying to reestablish himself, Simon Williams trying to establish himself as a new actor, aka Wonder Man, and they find themselves up for roles in the new remake of a 70s Flash Gordon-like film called Wonder Man. And essentially, Simon, Yahya Abdul, had seen this movie with his father, his deceased father, back when he was a child, and it is his dream to play Wonder Man in Hollywood. And this could be his big break. And Slattery's as well, Trevor Slattery's as well, is getting back into the mainstream Hollywood. However, since Trevor Slattery did not finish his prison time, Damage Control, the government organization in control of basically regulating superheroes and the damage that they can do, find that Simon Williams, knowing or suspecting that he has powers, use Slattery, or threaten to put him back into prison to get dirt on Simon Williams, aka his powers, his abilities, and find that he is dangerous, to lock him up in prison instead in Slattery's place. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the two hit it off, become great friends, and thus, ultimately, in the end, that is the conflict that Trev and Slattery must decide: his career or his friendship with his new best friend, Simon Williams. In the comics, Simon Williams became an Avenger. He was created initially to destroy the Avengers by Baron Zemo, or at least working with Baron Zemo. He was a stuntman in Hollywood, or became a stuntman in Hollywood later on. In this version, he does not know the Avengers, so it's a total retelling, and he is a full-fledged actor, or a wannabe actor in Hollywood, not just a mere stuntman. Mere stuntman. Stuntmen do amazing things, and it's nothing mere at all. So no snub to them, of course. But in this, he is a full actor, wishing to break into Hollywood. In the comics, Wonder Man has incredible strength, rivaling that of Thor and the Hulk and Hercules, on that level of par, along with invulnerability. Here he has that. You don't see much of it. Think of very, budget-wise, Jessica Jones, where she was always kind of hiding her strength and her abilities, and she would jump up in the air to fly, and then, it would cut scenes to where she's landing and, where she steps onto the roof or something. That's kind of what you're playing with here. Marvel hides his powers very well, as he is trying to hide them, as Hollywood has blacklisted all people with powers, aka think of Dazzler in the comics when she put out her movie, as it was announced that she was a mutant. Her movie bombed and she was blacklisted from Hollywood. That is the very same feel that Simon Williams has in his fear to be exposed as a superpowered or enhanced individual in the MCU. Not wishing it to be known, as he simply wants to become an actor. However, as his friendship with Slattery grows, he finds himself at odds and must expose himself in order to help his friend, who in turn helps him as well. Both dealing with his unstable powers and his unstable emotional state as well. He's very much like the Hulk in the fact that when he loses or gets angry, he loses control, and his powers have a very explosive impact on things around him. Which, of course, seeing that, Hollywood is right to blacklist superhero individuals, as it is too dangerous. They cannot insure any actors with superpowers because it's too dangerous to the sets, to the people working on the films, and their fellow actors as well. As an entire episode, one of the episodes shows a superhero-powered individual and how this blacklist came to be, as he quite possibly kills his fellow co-star, accidentally, of course, but, still, possibly killed him, and thus the blacklisting of super powered individuals in Hollywood had begun there, which Simon Williams is feeling the brunt of. So this brings in a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions. This is a very good series, and it's very fast. I don't know, and I hope we get a second season, but with Doomsday coming, we'll be lucky to see him in possibly the new Avengers. Anyone who knows Wonder Man and Simon Williams knows that he does become a member of the Avengers, a full-fledged member of the Avengers, and goes on to found the West Coast Avengers. An offshoot, as the other Avengers, the original team, basically stays in the New York East Coast area, thus setting California a new band of heroes under the guise of West Coast Avengers, take their own mantle as Avengers on that coast near California. Again, a strong Shaka thumbs up for Wonder Man. Like I said, I had my original review up, but because I put in trailer clips, Disney took it down and it was blocked. So I'm putting up this one just to give you my thoughts of it. A take that nobody else has. Everybody mentions the great friendship, a Midnight Cowboy kind of dynamic, a John Voight, Dustin Hoffman kind of dynamic between Trevor Slattery, Ben Kingsley, and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Simon Williams. Very much so. Very much played that way throughout the film, or throughout the series. And again, like I said, I don't think we'll get a second season of the show. Hopefully we do, but I look forward to seeing Simon Williams and possibly the return of Kevin Slattery, or Trevor Slattery, Ben Kingsley's character, aka the Old Mandarin, as well in Doomsday, saying hello to Shang-Chi, as he had last seen him there, leaving him in the Shangri-La area, I believe, which is where he came from, back to Hollywood from. I guess he the acting bug was too much for him, so he gave up the peaceful, serene life in Shangri-La to return to Hollywood acting. Unfortunately, the government, damage control, has other ideas for him. But yes, go ahead and check out this series. Marvel's damage control never really materialized, I believe. Marvel had discussed possibly making it a series, but DC did a similar damage control kind of show based again on another. They had parallel comics. DC had their own version of damage control in the comics, and their series to TV on ABC or NBC or something had beaten Marvel to the punch with damage control. So I don't think it ever materialized. And even DC's damage control version series only lasted a season, if even that. So the writing on the wall for Marvel's damage control series was pretty much that. At best, it would become another Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I don't think Marvel wanted to go down with their new slate of shows. And thus, it kind of fell by the wayside as just being mentioned here and there in certain movies like Spider-Man. I think it was mentioned in another set of movies, maybe the Thunderbolts here and there, possibly, not sure, or at least some of the other series like that. But this is the most connective tissue to the MCU that this organization of damage control is, and it's kind of nice to see it out there since the absence of S.H.I.E.L.D. that somebody in the government is doing something other than the stupid CIA leader of the Thunderbolts, who I really hated and disliked. And since we haven't seen Nick Fury and Sword, the new Shield, basically doing much since Captain Marvel being up around the moon in the space station. Who knows? Hopefully all that's explained in Doomsday. I'm kind of rambling now, so I'll go ahead and go again. Strong Shaka Thumbs Up for Wonder Man. Check it out on Disney Plus, the new series. One season, probably that's all that's going to get, but it is an excellent zip through with 30-minute episodes for a great friendship, bromance between Ben Kingsley and Yahya Abdul-Mateen's characters. Fantastic. All right. Mahalo and aloha.